Hey guys, how you guys doing today? Brother D, Praise Hallelujah radio show. A lot of you guys don't know that I do sports sometime. Big in sports enthusiast, big sports fan. Today I'm going to be going in a little bit about Angel Reese's game. So we're going to be doing Angel, Reese, Cardosa, and Clark. Sound like a law firm. Reese, Cardosa, and Clark. We're going to dive right into it. So here we go, right here. All right. So the big thing right now is that a lot of people have a lot of questions about their games. How do their games transfer into the WNBA? I had some concerns with some things with Reese. If anyone wants to know, Reese, she had a phenomenal year. She had talking about Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie. She can't copyright that, but nevertheless. She is known as the Bayou Barbie. She had a wonderful, her last 2 years was really great. And with LSU, she, some of her skills I'm going to talk about today is what she does great and what is questionable, what is great and what she has to work on, what does she have to work on going into the WNBA. But to me, she should have been working on this, even with her being in college. Okay, so what does she do great? What does Angel Reese do that's great? One, she stay locked into the game. Angel Reese stay locked into the whole entire game. That is so important. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna bring up some old people. Some of you guys may remember, maybe you don't. Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway had this thing. He used to play for the Magic years ago when Shaquille O'Neal first came into the league. Penny had this thing where he will become a little bit aloof. He would become a little bit aloof, and he would sometimes disappear in games because it seemed like it would always look like, and I'm not trying to be funny, as if he was looking at something in the audience. It always looked like that to me. I'm like, what is he looking at? What is he focusing on? And sometimes we get like that if we become disinterested, or if we just have something else on our mind. That's just a human thing, but nevertheless, he was a professional. He should have been more locked in. Nevertheless, that happens to a lot of people, but not with Angel Reese. She stays locked the whole entire game. I love that about her. She has coach's qualities. The next thing that she does well is that she cleans up the offensive rebounds. That is so important. People don't understand how important this is in basketball. If you never played the game, listen to me. If you never played the game of basketball, you have no idea how important it is to get offensive rebounds. When your man misses the shot, you being under the court, i.e. Kevin McHale from the Boston Celtics for years, cleanup man, bam. Put it back in. Bam. Put it back in. Moses Malone, the Philadelphia 76ers, my hometown. Bam. Put it back in. Put it back in. An offensive rebounder is so important. It changes the very course of the game. A lot of times, even when they get offensive rebounds, what end up happening is what? A lot of time with offensive rebounds comes second chance. People getting second chances a lot of times, Once again, we're talking about Angel Reese. I'm going to keep it on Reese right now. So she does that well. Something else she does well. She putting the ball back in the basket would have to also do with offensive rebounding. Putting the ball back into the basket when someone misses. She's very good at that. As you good right there, that spin. She has a very good spin, spin when she goes down low. And coming off maybe 15 feet, she does that very well. So Angel Reese does a lot of things well. To me, she also is her body language is very good as well. Angel Reese has very good body language on the court, and she communicates well. So she has a ton of things that she does well. I think, and her game will transfer to the WNBA because she is a tough worker. She's tough. She's a tough worker. Of course, these are highlights. Keep in mind, these are highlights that we're looking at. So highlights can sometimes be deceiving, all right? Because it's sort of like, some people giving you your best moments. You take 20 tests, you fail 15 of them, but we bring up the 5 that you've done well in. So it can be a little bit confusing, but she does these things very well. What doesn't Angel Reese do, or what does she need work on, I should say? Angel Reese really need to work on how she holds the ball. I know this may sound funny to you. This may sound really weird, but how she holds the ball when she's down, how she put the ball back in the basket, her coordination, some people may say, well, it's great and that, it goes in. And the WNBA is going to be a little bit more different. The defense is going to be different. It's going to be a little bit more intense. The WNBA has defense like the old NBA. They have defense like the old NBA. They allow a lot of things. They look like they allow hand checking if you look at the game. If you watch the game with your eyes, but they tell you that you can't hand check. But it looks like that in the WNBA. Now, that little bunny hop move that she does sometime, and when she set and she go back up, her upper body strength is going to have to be good. She's kind of strong, but she's going to be going against women now, which is a little bit more different, a little bit more difficult. So her arm strength, not her core, but her arm strength has to be a little bit stronger to me. She's going to have to get a little bit stronger to me. Her stamina, that's anyone who's transferring from collegiate to professional. You're going to have a better stamina to me. Angel also needs to work on her lateral defense movement, because Angel she has long arms and she has long legs. She can cover a lot of ground, but a lot of ground that she covers, it's more mechanical. Her lateral movement is more mechanical than it is fluid. She lacks fluidity in her lateral movement to me. She can be a little bit better at that. Now, it may look like she's fluid. Yes, going north-south, she's more fluid. But when she do the side to side, when she moves laterally, it's more of that little hop bunny thing that she does. So that means that she has to work on her lateral foot movement. Because sometimes when you're tall and you squat and you squat down and you put your arms out long, you cover up a lot of space, which covers time, space and time. It actually works hand in hand, because by the time someone makes a move to your left, your arms are so long, it's already meeting them there. So the time it took them to get there, you can actually catch them because your arms are long. But what Angel's going to have to work on is moving those feet side to side. I think she can do a little bit better at. A lot of her blocks comes as a result of people coming straight at her. You coming straight at her. But if she were to go to impose her will on someone, she's going to have to learn to move a little bit better. She's going to have to learn to move a little bit better. And the way she holds the ball down low and goes back up, a lot of times it's like she's throwing it up. Now, I know people like her, D. Wade, all had that little flick that can throw the ball up and everything looks fine. But I think that she can work on those things. And once she works on those things, I think she's going to be actually a force to reckon with in the WNBA. I really do. I think Angel Reese is going to be a big of a star than people, a much bigger star than people anticipate her being. Like there, when she just blocked that shot there, she tracked that woman down, that young lady down, but she tracked it down from behind. Once again, north-south. We're talking about moving laterally, east-west. So when you're talking about that east-west movement, she needs she needs help in that area, and she needs to work on it. It's not nothing big. We always overanalyze, look too far into things, and we always, oh my God, I can't believe. Yeah. She can be a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna get to Cardosa now. Okay, here's our girl Cardosa. All right, what does she do well? 1, offensive rebounds, great. 2, that she does well. Let me just go into her offensive rebounds. When she offensive rebounds, she gets good rebounds, right? She gets the ball, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna go on everything she does well, then I get to other stuff. All right. She also does well. She worked on that little pop jumper. Like from the outside, you'll pass the ball about 15 feet away from the basket. She'll put it up. The great thing about her jumper is she goosenecks it already. She don't have much to work on. She goosenecks it. She flicks and let the ball roll. She flicks and let the ball roll, which is really, really, really important. People don't understand how important that is. Because some people shoot the ball dead. What is a dead ball? No rotation on it. When they shoot, they just shoot it, and the ball's just moving like a block of cheese, and therefore, when it has no rotation on it, what happens is the rotation causes it to either play around the rim. If it goes too far, oh, sorry, I've got too much sound coming in. The rotation, it can play. It plays around too much. You know what I mean? It can actually just it allows the ball to play on the rim and go in. That's what rotation does. But if a ball is dead, what it will do most time, it will hit the heel and it will bounce out because it's a dead ball. It has no way of surviving. Like when a ball is turning, right? When it's spinning, let's just say, it has more of a chance to bounce and go back up again and come down and bounce around and go in. But if it doesn't have that rotation on it, what happens is it becomes like a dead ball. It becomes just like dead weight. It'll bounce and just pop out, bounce and pop out. So that's what the rotation more so does for you. The rotation gives you a chance for your ball to go in, especially when you're even when you're hitting a bank shot. The rotation gives it a better chance of going in. It guides it better. It guides the ball better, a little bit better. So I think that Cardosa needs to. She does that well. What else does she do well? She well, part of it is that she's big. She takes up space. I mean, that's nothing that she's doing per se. That's nothing that she's really working at. That's just something that she is. The fact that she's 6'7". You know what I mean? She's kind of wide, so she takes up some space. What she also does well is that she doesn't. Oh man, let me go into what she does that she need work on. Okay, because I keep looking at my notes and my notes are saying something. Giving me what she does well, what she does wrong, what she does love. She needs to work on her footwork. She got what I call sticky feet. What are sticky feet? Sticky feet are not lateral. She moves well, a little bit well lateral, but picking them up and putting them down is more like a chore. Picking her feet up and putting them down is more like a chore. I know that may sound funny to you saying sticky feet, but her footwork going up and down needs to be a little bit better, a little bit more bouncier. Here, you see her spinning on a pivot, which was really great. Her pivot movement was really great, but she has like sticky feet. And when it comes to jumping up, a lot of her rebounds she get out of the virtue of that she's 6'7" with long arms. She's 6'7" with long arms. A lot of that is going to just be out of the virtue of being the tallest person there, and you'll be able to pull a rebound in, and that'll be great. She does great things. Like you see a nice vertical block right there. As I said, but she doesn't. If you notice, she don't lose her feet. She don't leave her feet on some things, which is good when it comes to defense. But when it comes to rebounding, sometimes you have to leave your feet. Once again, her up and down movement needs to be improved. Also, I think her layups need to be improved. Not her layups as in her putting the ball back in the basket. That's cool. I'm talking about on a break, on a fast break. I think Cardosa feet can be better. I think her feet can be better, and her working on that. To me, she shouldn't bring the ball down as much when she gets an offensive rebound. She likes to gather. That's going to be a problem in the WNBA because you have more women that's over 6'7", and that she's probably going to meet on a nightly basis. And regathering the ball when she's strong, don't get me wrong, she's a strong girl, but there are people in the WNBA that's a little stronger, and it's going to be a problem. I'm going to tell you now, that's going to be a problem. She should learn the old Kevin McHale routine where, you get the ball in your hand and you just put it right back up again and you shoot and you let it be what it is. So Cardosa has some things to work on. It'll go well for her. She'll be she's going to be a real good person in the NBA. The big thing is that her and Angel Reese is on the same team, and they will probably more likely have Angel Reese playing power forward. Angel Reese looks like she's trying to move into the small forward position, but I don't think Angel has the lateral quickness that's needed in order to play the small forward. But we'll see how they're going to match it up, how they're going to break it down, how they're going to do their thing. I think that they need to be a little bit more fluid, i.e., like for instance, Flangé during the championship run with LSU, she could have been a little bit more fluid, and I think they would have beat Iowa. But I think Flangé was the actual key to them beating them. But to me, that looked like that was poor coaching, as well as Flangé not being as assertive. That's why I think they lost. But we're not here for that right now. But I put it out there. Anyway, all right. So moving forward to, we're going to go to Kaitlyn. All right. Where's good old Kate? Everybody's favorite, right? There she comes. Good old Kaitlyn. Well, I did a thing on Kaitlyn already, and I was just talking about her, how I think she's going to be in the WNBA, how she's going to match. I think, as I said before, I think she's going to do fine. I think all three of these ladies are going to do fine in the WNBA. They all have good ball skills. You know what I mean? Overall, they all have good ball skills. I'm not going to really delve into her a lot again, but I'll just recap a little bit. The fact that I think she could be a better passer. I think she can be she's a good passer, not a great passer, because she doesn't create shots for her for her teammates. She don't create shots. That's real big. And this is why it's glaring to me. This is why Kaitlyn Clark not creating shots for her teammates. She walked right there. Lord God, she walked. Is not. This is why it's a problem, and it's glaring. It's glaring because Kaitlyn actually was the focal point for this team for scoring. Once they locked her up, once the young lady from South Carolina locked her up, she didn't look to make it better for her teammates. It didn't get any better. Like, she didn't utilize her other skill sets to make it better for her teammates. She should have done more. She could have done more in order to make it better for her teammates, knowing like, all right, they got me locked up. And instead of fighting it, because at one point she succumbed to the defense that was smothering her. And it was one-on-one defense. It wasn't even like a team defense. But it was things that they could have done in order to free up her teammates to get them involved. And that possibly would have made scoring a little bit easier for them. But they didn't do it. And which I didn't see her do that. It lets me know, when they say, basketball IQ, it lets me know that your basketball IQ may be high, which it may be, but I can't give you that. I can't give you that. You're the point guard. You get what I'm saying? When you're a point guard, there's certain things that point guards know. They like the quarterback. The point guard knows who can score. The point guard knows when they're being stifled. The point guard knows when they're offensive stifled, they have to do something at that point in order to make it better. But at that point, Kaitlyn didn't do anything to make it better. And that was a problem, especially when the ball is in your hand 90% of the time. So for people to call her awesomeness and awesome that, I'm like, okay. if you say so. I mean, I don't go along with narratives and with everybody saying, "Oh, she got so many assists." I don't care how many assists you have. You can have a lot. See, you can have a lot of assists out of the virtue of you running down court and someone's open and you pass the ball to them. Fine, but when you say you're a great passer creates. A good passer gives what the defense gives them. If you triple team me, that means that's two people that's open. I can pass it either to person A or person B. But if every defensive person is playing on their opponent and it's 5-on-5, and I then do something to cause a switch and make it a mismatch and pass it off, then that would be a great passer. Kaitlyn is not a great passer. She's a good passer. You know, all these girls are efficient. All three of these girls can become better passers. Don't get me wrong. They can. They can become efficient passers. Better passers. They're efficient, but they're not good. They're not great. But that's it for the day. I'm done. I'm done with this. All right. God bless. All right. Here we go.